Hello everyone and welcome back to another video today, where we're going to be planting some seeds in the polytunnel with the new cover on here. So now I've got a bit more space, we can get quite a bit more started. So we've got things like peas, beans, runner and broad beans. We've also got a few tomatoes and some other stuff to go in there as well. So yeah, let's just pot some of this stuff up. So I think because we don't really have a potting bench in here, I'm just going to show you me doing it sort of out the bag sort of style. So we're planting some beans in some 6-cell sort of modules. These cells aren't ideal for runner beans, as they're not really deep enough, but I'm just getting them started, giving them a bit of a quick start. So what we're simply going to do, tap it down a bit. The variety is called Enorma. So yeah, these are from Wilco. So I'm just going to plant one in each module, like so. And I'm just going to push them down about an inch or 2.5 centimeters, just as a rough measurement. This compost is clover. So I've got a label for these as well already, and they've got the date on it. So that's one done already. I'm going to do some more, and then we'll get on to the next ones. So now I've done the runner beans, I'm going to do broad beans in these old toilet rolls here. I've got some seeds left over from the runner beans, just in case some don't grow, and we can always top it up. Got to make sure these are compact, these toilet rolls. Make sure they're really compact. I'm just going to put them in a little tray. This is my favourite variety of broad bean. It's called Sutton Dwarf. They grow quite small and compact, so you don't really have to stake them. They support themselves, and they have some really nice sized beans on as well. So I'm just going to compact these in. I'm just compacting them using my 2 thumbs and shoving it in really well. Compacting them, we can have quite a bit of soil in there, and it holds it together well. Once the roots start growing anyway, they hold together. But if you want me to do a video on tips when using these old toilet rolls, tell me down below in the comments, and I will do a video dedicated to tips on using these so you have the best success with them. So I've filled up 7 of these rolls. I don't have any more, so I'm just going to use some of these little pots here. Use these for a very long time, these sort of pots for broad beans, and they seem to get started very well off in these as well. So I'm going to do some in here as well. So there we have 13 pots, if you will, to get our seed started off in. So what I'm going to do is just grab the bean and just push it down about an inch. Same depth as the runner bean. If you don't know the exact measurements, just think the bigger the seed, the deeper it needs to go. So there we have it, broad bean Sutton Dwarf, all ready to go now. I will update you on these when they're growing. So I'm going to label these up, and we'll move on to planting some peas. So we're outside for this method, as we're trying the rain gutter method for the peas. So we've got an old rain gutter, put some ends on it, and I've just drilled some holes down the middle. So these holes are 5mm holes. I'd say they're about an inch apart. So the pea I'm going to be sowing in here is called Kevlin Wonder 300 seeds from Wilco for £1, so that's a pretty good deal. I first saw Hugh from Hugh's Nursery use this method. So basically what you do is you plant them in here and then you slide them out into, you know, like a mini trench, a shallow trench, when they're, you know, about that high. And I've also seen many other people use it since, so I've been meaning to do it for a few years now. So we'll finally go to try it. I also have some sugar snap peas to plant in some other pots as well. So I'm just going to use this compost. This compost is actually quite old. I thought it would have dried up, but it seems to be alright. You know, some shops keep them for a long time anyway. So I've just filled it up a little bit, and I'm going to space the peas how I would outside. I don't know how far apart it says here. So it says 5 centimeters between seeds here, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to sort of stagger them. Sometimes I do like to put these in a paper towel overnight. You know, gets them swelling up a bit more. But, you know, I think these will be alright just to put straight in here. So we have 31 seeds in here. You know, if one doesn't germinate, I can always, you know, pop another seed in, as I've got quite a few more. So I'm just going to push these things down a little bit. No precise depth, but you can't push them down too much in this rain guttering anyway, so you know, just push them down a little bit. I'll just give them. Then what I'm going to do is just get one more layer of compost on top, and that's about it, apart from labelling and watering these. I'm just going to stack these, you know, lay them across 2 of our racks. You know, I'll make some space for them, so I'm just going to put all this compost on top. Then I'm going to give it a good tap down. I'm quite liking this method already, you know, it looks quite well, and you know, it's reusing something that's been sitting in some nettles for about 3-4 years now. It's not been used for ages, so might as well use it. Put some peas in it and we'll see how these go. As it's getting quite hot in the polytunnel now, I thought it'd be nice, you know, to put these up outside. So put some compost in the wheelbarrow, and we're going to sow some sweet corn now. So I'm just going to do one to show you, and then I'll do the rest off camera. I don't want it to be that boring. So I've got like a 9 centimeter pot here. I've got the seed or the corn or whatever, and I push it down about 1.5 centimeters, if that, and then cover it up just a little bit. Give it a tap down, label it and water it. So I'm going to do 13 more now. So I didn't have quite enough room to fit 14 in like I thought, but yeah, we've done quite a few sweet corn there. I think we've done about 13 or 12 or something. So now I'm just going to move on to, you know, planting some tomatoes. I'm going to plant these in modules as a change. Most of the time I plant them in trays or pots, and then thin them out and pot them up a bit more. But we'll see how it goes with planting them in modules this year. I've planted them in modules before, but yeah, I tried to save space last year, but we'll see how these go. You know, it should be a bit easier to transplant them into larger pots. So we've got two common varieties, Alicante and Gardener's Delight. I'm just growing these plants to sell the plants. So yeah, we're just going to put some of these up. So what I'm going to do is just put some seeds into my hands, like so, and then put them on the top and press them down. I put 2 to 3 in each module, and then just press them down a little bit with my thumb. And then a light covering of compost on top, and then press that down. So I'm going to do the rest of this cell in Alicante and do another tray in Gardener's Delight. So I figured that I wouldn't have enough seeds to do, you know, one variety in one tray. So I just split the tray in half, sort of thing. So this side's Alicante and this side is Gardener's Delight. So yeah, we can just use the same tray for two varieties. So yeah, that's that. You know, these trays are quite flimsy, so you've got to be careful with them, as you don't want to, you know, just have to chuck it away and everything like that. So if you're using cheap trays and cheap cells, you know, if you've got a tray that fits, I think that tray fits there. What you can do is get your cells and put them in a tray like that to support them, and then there's less risk of breaking these cells and having to replace them. So now I'm going to plant these pumpkins here. I've got a variety called Big Macs. 10 seeds for £1.50 is quite expensive, but I thought I'd try this new variety. Never grown this one before, I've normally just grown jack-o'-lantern. We're going to be planting them, you know, in this area here. Once it's weeded, we've already got some mulch there, so you know, it should be alright and they should grow quite nicely. So yeah, we're just going to start these off in 9cm pots as well. So I'm not going to do all of these for you, I'm going to do the rest off camera, but I'll just show you. We do one. So that's the seed. What you can do, you can plant it any way you want, but the best way people say is to plant it on its side, on the edge, so that pointy bit there is facing downwards. You know, just put about 1.5 centimeters or something like that over the top, and there you go. So we have 8 more seeds than 10, so we have 18 seeds altogether. So we've got 8 spare ones, just in case some don't grow, and then we can plant some more a bit later on as well. So yeah, that's always good to get a few extra seeds. That doesn't make it as much of a expensive purchase. I'm also going to be planting some spinach in these cells as well. The variety is called Perpetual. It's got a bit smudged with some water there, but you know, I've grown this variety last year. You know, we got quite a nice bunch of leaves out of them. So I'm going to try it again. Just going to fill these cells up. They are quite small, but it's early to get them started. So just going to give them a tap down a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is just get some seeds. I'm going to put like 2 or 3 in each cell, and then I can prick them out later on. A few too many went in there, so I'll take a couple out. So I'm also going to be planting some radish down where we've started the no dig. These are a quick crop, so you know, this should be harvested within a few weeks. So the variety is called Sparkler F1. You know, the little round ball ones I find, you know, a bit quicker to grow. So as we're doing no dig, I'm not just going to like dig a massive trench or anything. I'm just going to use the end of the hoe and just put it in, push it back just a little bit to make like a little drill. If you've got soft like compost in a raised bed or something, you can simply get a cane or, you know, the pole handle of your hoe or other tool and literally press it in, and that will make your drill. But this is a bit more compacted, so I'm just going to, you know, very carefully scrape it back. So I'm just sort of scraping it back very carefully, and then I'm going to do another line next to this one, about 20 centimeters apart from the other one. You know, I'm just very carefully doing this. You know, no dig. You can disturb the top layer. There's no like actual rules to it, but you know, the idea is not to just dig up all the soil. You know, the top layer can be scraped back just a little bit. So that's that. I'm not doing that many at this moment in time because we want to have, you know, succession with our planting. So that basically means that in a few weeks we'll plant some more, and then we've got a continuous harvest. So I'm just going to simply tap these into the soil. I'll thin them out when they've germinated, but for now, you know, I'll just shake a few out. We haven't got that many seeds here, but you know, it should be all right. This area, you know, there's just the odd little weed, but you know, no dig is definitely working already. So I'm going to put this stick here to say that's the radishes, and I'll water these in. And yeah, I don't think I'll need to actually label these because I know what they are, and I'm only going to be growing one variety, so yeah, that should be all right. So that is it. We have done quite a bit of seed sowing today. I'm just going to update you on some of this stuff over here in a minute. You know, as you can see, my racks are now completely full. I need to make some more and probably make some other shelving and stuff in here. So yeah, we've got loads of stuff done today. So I've done some dahlias. They wasn't looking the best, but hopefully they will start to grow well. These are the brassicas, just did some stuff out here. It's all looking good. These are some sunflowers. You know, the giant varieties haven't really germinated, you know. We've only got the ones from last year's tall sunflowers, so you know, we might have to get some more seeds or something. You know, these are our trees. Peas, Kevlin Wonder, or Kevlin Wonder, I don't know how you say it. We've got some runner beans, you know, those are runner beans, and then those three back there are runner beans. We have these pumpkins, spinach, tomato Gardener's Delight, and tomato Alicante. And then bringing you up here, there's some more sunflowers and then black pots. These are sweet corn. These in this tray here, these card rolls, and parts are broad bean Sutton Dwarf. And then of course we have our radish outside. So the growing season is now officially underway for us. We've got loads of stuff growing well, and hopefully these other seeds that we've planted today will also grow very nicely. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, remember to leave a like on the video and click subscribe with notifications on so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And apart from that, thank you very much for taking your time to watch this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. So bye bye, everybody.